A very good morning and welcome. It's Jeff Lawton online and just checking the date. It's Wednesday the 28th of February. I was going to say it's the last day of Feb, but I think we've got it's a leap year, so we've got one more day of it. Now, I have to say, and I don't like using language, I'm totally pissed off about yesterday. I don't like moaning about yesterday's races, but when you get two brain-dead jockeys like Sam Coulthard on Treaty Boy, who rode a badly judged race, and Kieran Schumacher on Marged, who I will give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he rode a terribly judged race, but if he was later shown to be a crooked race, I certainly wouldn't be falling out of my chair in surprise. Now he's in line for John Gosden's job because his dad, Peter Schumacher, is the racing secretary in that office. Now, he won't last until summer if he rides like that, because that was an absolute, probably as bad a ride as I've seen a senior jockey give a horse at any stage while I've been backing horses. And if you've not seen it, have a look and see what you think. I don't like talking through my pocket, but I also don't like bad jockeys. As somebody once said to me, if it wasn't for horse racing, most of these would be being fired out of cannons. So thank God there is horse racing for them. Let's move on. Days like yesterday have to teach us something, and that is that we've got to remain disciplined at all times. So it's very easy to go back in and try and kick ourselves out of a situation. But there's racing today, there's racing tomorrow, and there's racing the day after. So you can't measure profit and loss on one day. You can't measure profit and loss on a week. You've got to take it at least on a monthly basis. So, yeah, you're going to have winning days. Yeah, you're going to have losing days. We should have had 3 winners yesterday, make no mistake. And I'm not talking through my pocket, but we should have had 3 winners yesterday. And because of inept, at best, jockeys, then we didn't. So we live to fight on another day. Right, we've got racing at Bangor and Wincanton today that I'm going to cover. 4 races to look at. We're starting the 350 at Bangor with a horse called Pitwood Road. Now, Pitwood Road won a Irish point to point, and I know I keep going on about how good the Irish point to points are, but he did win one from a horse called Party Vibes, who won impressively last week off a mark of 113. Now, she's had 3 runs in bumpers. She won impressively at Ayr last time, and she makes her hurdles debut, but having won a point, she obviously jumps well. A winning bumper run was on very testing ground, so she should have no problems today at all. She also wore blinkers for the first time when she won, and they're kept on today. She's obviously trained in Ireland. She comes over for this race and should take the beating. A strong bell of Twiston Davis sets the standard, but the bar isn't set too high, and with Brian Hughes a game book for Pitwood Road, she should be winning this. Now let's go to the 420. Now I've said to everybody, if you subscribe, I will tell you when I'm going to have a big bet. Now that was going to be today, and I have had a big bet. The problem is the price has now collapsed, so it's absolutely pointless in me giving you a horse like this and telling you to get stuck into it at the price. But I'll go through the race and just point out, if you do want to know when I'm having a big bet, and I will tell you, but there's no point today, then press the subscribe button. I will get in touch with you as and when I'm having a big bet. And also I've left my email address. If you've many people have already emailed me about different things. If you want to know anything, then please just ask and I will answer honestly. If you want to know how to get these bets at 8:30, 8:45 rather than at 9:45, then just drop me a line and I will let you know. So let's go into this 420 at Bangor, where I think Guard the Moon was an absolute steering job. He won 2 bumpers at this track on testing ground in December. He made his hurdles debut last month at Chepstow over this sort of trip, and in a much stronger race than this. Now, he jumped really well for a debutant and travelled powerfully in the straight. He looked a danger to the front too. Now, we didn't see it out as well as them, but he wasn't knocked about in third, and he was 10 lengths clear of the fourth, 28 lengths clear of the fifth. And as I said, that was a much better race. He only needs to come close to that run to win this. And at 5-6 this morning, to me, that was just stealing money. He's now trading a lot shorter than that. So as I said to the people who subscribed, this was going to be the first time, but no point at that sort of price. So, but I'm certain he'll win anyway. Let's go to a couple of races at Wincanton. First race, 2:35, Esmeralda. She was only moderate on the flat, still trained by Alan King, just moderate on the flat, rated only 61. But she's got the size and scope to do well at the jumps game. She's run 3 times over hurdles so far. Now, would you believe it, twice of them were in listed races. She actually made a debut in a listed race at Newbury, where she ran respectably. She then went to Doncaster and won her only race in a novice quite comfortably. So the fact that she's running 2 listed races and won a novice, she looks thrown in off a marker 98 for a handicap debut. And basically, I want to take a deeper look at the race with it. Now, there's no question that this is a very weak race, and provided she handles the deeper ground, which maybe there's a doubt. I think she's German bred. She should handle it, but as long as she handles that ground, I think she'll take the world of beating in this race. The 3:05. Now, there's 2 horses. It's a 2-horse race basically, and that's Tedley and Goon Hilly. If you isolate different parts of both horses' form, they can both win. But they can both throw in a bad race as well. So because of that, even though it looks a race where I always say that we're favourite and we should be winning, I just can't split them. So I'm going to say I'm going to steer well clear of that race. But again, apologies for not being able to give you that bet that I promised you over the last week or so. But if you do want to know how to get the early prices, then drop me a line, jefflaughtonmanagement@gmail.com. And if you do want to subscribe to the line and get my big bets, then just press subscribe. And I will speak to you tomorrow. Many thanks.